I'm not wearing cologne. As you can see with the Club Cracker Box, I am now incorporating advertising into my videos. Not really. Let me cut to the chase. So the other day I went to Barnes & Noble bookstore and I picked up 3 books that I'm going to have to read for school and 1 book for leisure read. So I will introduce all those books to you right here and right now. Yes. Now the first book is a classic which I have not read. Bless my poor lonely soul. And if it's as good as people say, my life will be changed for the better upon reading this book. And it is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Upon first look, pretty big font, 376 pages. Should be a quick read, but a valuable one. The next book is one which I'd never heard of before. It's A Separate Peace by John Knowles. I know it takes place in a boarding house during World War II in England. That's about it. Sorry if this video, I don't have much to say about these books because I haven't read them and I don't really know much about them, so please excuse me for that. For the third book I'll be reading in school, I could have picked up The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd, but upon looking at the summary on the back cover in the store, it said something about this story will resound with the female audience. So I just felt, I wouldn't connect with the story as much. So instead, I picked up our second option, and that is The Help by Catherine Stockett. Also doesn't really appeal to me. I read the back summary. I would not have chosen to read this if I had the choice, let me just say that. Not to sound ignorant if this is a classic or a well-known work of literature. Now for my fourth book, solely for leisure reading, it's a dystopian novel, and some people have said it resembles Stephen King's The Stand. I wouldn't know, I haven't read this book right here, but here it is. Swan Song by Robert R. McCammon. It's really big, as you can see. Look at that. Yeah, looking at the size of this book, it kind of surprised me when I looked inside and found the book only contains 856 pages. I don't know if it's because of the page thickness, because the size font is by no means big. It's a little on the small side. So this book looks like an epic story. So this book wound up being my first book by Robert McCammon. I also really want to read Boy's Life, Mine, Stinger. I hear Stinger has some has some action in it that's reminiscent of like a B horror movie. It sounds awesome. And then by Robert McCammon, there's, I think it's called the Corbett series. Corbett? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there's also this disheartening news about Robert McCammon. His earlier published books, he discontinued the publication of it. So I guess I'll have to go to the library to pick up like They Thirst and Ball, 2 books by him, some of his earlier works. It's kind of like Dean Koontz, he discontinues his earlier books. I guess because he figures his newer writing is a lot better than his old. I'm getting off topic again, aren't I? I apologize. So Mr. McCammon, I'm looking very forward to reading more of your works in the future. And as always, these 4 books I just introduced, upon finishing them, I will get an individual review up for each of them. Rest assured, people. As always, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Over and out.